Hey peoples, what's up? Sorry, just got out of the shower. That's why my hair is kind of slicked back. So today I thought that it would be fun to show you guys all of my WWE figures, toys, etc., etc. I've shown you guys most of them through my commemorative belts, but I'm going to show you them again just because they're more toy replicas than commemorative or actual replicas. So, first up, I'm going to show you guys some of the things that I probably haven't touched nor taken out of their boxes since I practically got them. So, first is the SmackDown Live Superstar ring, which I bought because, of course, my bae, Shane McMahon, was the commissioner of. Still technically is, let's be honest. But I got this just because I figured one day when I do open my figures, I'll open this so I can set it up, and it's collapsible too. Wonder if no, that's not the figure of Dean I have, is it? Nope. Okay, so there's my SmackDown Live Superstar ring, which I got from Toys R Us here in Canada. By the way, we still have Toys R Us, but you guys have Target, so I think it's pretty even. Though I kind of miss Zellers, which is what was before Target, or what Target bought so they could open up Target. Next is my Shane McMahon basic figure from, it doesn't even say a series or anything. It's just the WrestleMania series from this year, I'm guessing, but this is what, there's a story behind this one. So many of you know I love this man more than probably life itself. My late grandfather, may he rest in peace, introduced me to wrestling when I was very young. And unfortunately, my grandfather passed away in 2003 in a car accident a week before his birthday, which is, his birthday is Valentine's Day. So February is never a good month for me. It's never a fun month for me. So this year was especially hard because I had so much going on. I had losses in my family. I had like stress at work at the time, and it was just not a good space to be at. So one day, me and my coworker / friend decided, hey, let's go to Toys R Us, and it was on one of our days off. So we're like, hey, let's go to Toys R Us. So went to Toys R Us, and I usually beeline for the WWE section. Just because I usually... Just 1 second. Yep, okay. Just wanted to make sure my notifications were off so I didn't get any ding while I'm trying to record this. But I made a beeline to the wrestling section, wrestling toys section, which is what I usually do. And usually when I go in there, there wasn't anything Shane McMahon related. The last thing Shane McMahon related before this was his referee from SummerSlam the year before that I had found there. Unfortunately, I didn't pick that up before it disappeared, which sucks. Because I really like that one. And I also wish they would have released an actual jersey like that on WWEshop.com. But yeah, I hadn't seen a Shane McMahon figure in a while, so I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to go see what toy titles they have, what figures they have, just because. So I had seen the McMahon part. I was like, oh, it's probably like a basic Vince figure. And I was like, okay, cool, because it was, a little bit up there. And then when I saw the face, I immediately was like, no, that's Shane. So I immediately grabbed it. It was the last one that they had in stock. And no word of a lie, I was literally like jumping up and down when I found this. Now, the reason why that had significance was because it was on Valentine's Day, which is my grandfather's birthday. So, and I was having a really crappy day. We both were, which is why we just decided to get out and enjoy ourselves. But it was Valentine's Day, and I was having just a really bad day. I had gone through a a heck of a time the past week before this. So when I found this figure, I somehow thought it was divine intervention. Like, my grandfather was like, you deserve this. And it was the best Valentine's Day gift ever. And I was just joking with my friend. I was like, it would be a great Valentine's Day gift if I could have Shane McMahon. Of course, I was joking, right? Because that's what us fangirls do. So when I found this, I'm like, well, I guess I kind of get my wish. So yeah, this one will always have a special place. The story behind it will always have and I was literally like, as soon as I bought it, I literally walked around the store with it in the bag like this. Like, I was like not letting anybody like touch it or anything. It was hilarious. But no, this one will always have a special meaning to it. I never opened my figures, at least my Shane O'Mac ones. I've opened a fan pack, which you'll see later, but that's only because I wanted the DVD out of it. But yeah, so this one will always have a special place. But yeah, pretty sure there's an unboxing of this somewhere on YouTube if you really want to know what. But this is the one I've most recently picked up. And if I could ever find the Stephanie McMahon one from this, that would be amazing. Because I would love to have another Stephanie McMahon figure. But that's the most recent one I picked up. So then, I bought this off of WWE shop, which was his Elite Series 61 Hell in a Cell with the collapsible announce table. Of course, I haven't opened it yet, but I got this off of WWE shop because I had just happened to see it. It was the only thing that wasn't the hat that I didn't already have that they had left of WWE merch on Shane's page. So yeah, so I picked up this one because, well, do you really need to question why I picked it up? But yeah, so that's 2 figures of Shane McMahon I own. And then this one I ordered off of Walmart.ca. This one's dusty as hell. These have all been sitting on my fridge, so like set up on my fridge, so they're dusty as hell. But yeah, so this is the battle pack with him and Dean from back when the brand split 2016 and draft happened. Now, there's a funny story behind this. So I was working at Walmart at the time that this came out, but not the location where I got this from. The location I was working at, I would always keep an eye out for this, because we were always selling out of it, for obvious reasons. And my section was toys anyway, so when I first got out on the floor, I'd always head to WWE section first, and that would be the most organized section in our entire store, because I would literally go through and organize it by figure, by, yeah, it was pretty organized back then, because, you know, as somebody who normally shops for figures, I appreciate the organization that that you organize figures by name, by person, by, you know, style, etc. So I couldn't find this. I kept an eye out for it. And I happened to see that it was on Walmart.ca. So I ordered it, and it came in like a big-ass box, for this little tiny freaking thing. So it came in like a big-ass box with like tons of padding. It was hilarious. So, yeah. I always kind of laugh about this when I see it. And even after this, when I would see it in the store, like I saw it at Argyle like a week after I got it off of Walmart.ca. I had picked it up from Northland, which is Highbury and Huron. And I had seen it at Argyle, which also wasn't the one I worked at, but I'd seen it in Argyle a week later. I'm like, man, I could have waited like a week and not had to pay that ridiculous shipping. But it was actually not bad shipping compared to WWE shop. So, yeah, that's that one. Of course, it's got Dean Ambrose in it too, so my 2 bays at the time, and one, I was more than happy to pick that up. Next is my Nikki Bella figure, which is the SummerSlam series. I think this is SummerSlam 2014? No, because she was wearing red that year. It was 2015 or 2016, but... And this was a similar one to... Sorry, my allergies. I'm allergic to dust, so... But this... Shane also had a SummerSlam release figure, series figure, which I didn't get a chance to pick up, but I made sure I picked this one up because I'm a Nikki Bella fan, so... And I picked this up from the store I worked at, so... Yeah, so there's that one. And then this one is another Toys R Us pickup. Another dusty as hell pickup. Dean Ambrose Network Spotlight, which has the Money in Bank briefcase as well as World Heavyweight Championship, which is the reason why I got the toy replica, because he held it at the time. So yeah, this is the Network Spotlight Dean Ambrose figure. Freaking dust. But yeah. I also made sure I picked this up because this was the year they came to town and I got a selfie with them. So as soon as I found this, not long after, I picked it up. So I still can't believe I don't know where that shirt, my Dean Ambrose Still in My Heart shirt is. It sucks because I love that shirt. But yeah, there's Dean and all his Money in the Bank glory. And then, so this is the story that I kind of went into in one of my other videos, but this is my Stephanie McMahon figure. You might recognize that outfit from SummerSlam 2014, which I went to see at Silver City, mostly because she was going to be there, because Shane hadn't returned yet. So, there's the back of it. But, yeah, so, now the story behind this was originally part of a 3-pack at Toys R Us. And I'd gone in, and this was by itself, because I guess somebody had, taken the other 2 and left this one. So I took this up, because I didn't know that it was part of a 3-pack. I thought it was just by itself. So I took it up. And they gave me a really good price on this because it had been a part of the 3-pack. So I actually got this for probably cheaper than I probably would have if I would have bought it with the 3-pack. So, and I really wish I would have picked up this shirt. I wish they'd re-release that because that would be awesome. But I love this because it's their SummerSlam gear, and I loved her SummerSlam gear in 2014. It's also the gear she has on in all the video games going forward from there. So, there's that. And then, last but not least of my figures, is my Sasha Banks fan pack. Of course, this is before she left a few years back. But, yeah, so I took the DVD out, that's why I opened it, but this is the fan pack of Sasha Banks. Now, I was a fan of hers back in the day, and I love the rings because they are actually finger rings. They don't fit my fingers, even though they're really tiny, but of course it's for kids, so go figure. But yeah, that's my Sasha Banks fan pack, ultimate fan pack. And of course, there's the shirt I have. So, but I was a fan of hers back then, so. So yeah, that's my figures. Oh my god, I gotta take Benadryl as soon as I'm done this. But I think I'll show this one because it's a toy, because it picked up from Toys R Us. So this is my collectible World Heavyweight Championship from Jack Specific that I picked up from Toys R Us. Again, I picked it up because Dean had worn it, and Dean had it at the time, so I wanted to pick that up. And then after that, I picked this up, which is my toy Intercontinental title, which again, Dean also held. So, of course, now that I got the commemorative, I can just keep this kind of displayed on my couch. The back of my couch, I mean. And then, of course, you guys saw these the other day. But by SmackDown Tag Team toy title. Again, this is the one I wore to SummerSlam with my blue Shane O'Mac jersey, my blue track pants, and my Jordan 1s, Jordan 1 mids. Of course, I picked this up. I looked everywhere for this because I couldn't find it at Walmart, Toys R Us, anything. Like a month before SummerSlam, I finally found it at Toys R Us. They finally had it in, and I was so happy. I was like elated. So, yeah. But now that I have the commemorative, again, this will stay out on my couch. So my setup now that I've gotten, my setup now looks like this. So I got my title there. Oop. I got my title there, my Money in the Bank briefcase, and my Intercontinental and Tag Team title. So that's my setup behind me when I'm watching WWE and whatever else. But yeah, so that's my figures, that's my toys. Yeah. So that's it for today, I think. I don't think I'll have any more content to put up later, but if I do, you'll see it. Anyways, hopefully you guys are staying safe, staying home if you can. If you're one of the essential workers, thank you for all that you're doing right now, regardless of what sector you're in. You guys deserve all the recognition in the world, and I hope someday you guys get it. But yeah, so yeah, my hair is actually getting longer too since I cut it, especially since it's quarantine. And it's actually going back to blonde finally, like my natural blonde. Yeah, see, it's not black, it's blonde. The reason why it's black is because you gotta put the light on it before it actually shows. But I'm gonna dye my hair red eventually, the same red I had it before. A few years ago, not the red I had a few months ago, because it was actually the wrong shade. I'm gonna go like red, like Fanshawe red. But anyways, that's my toy figures collection, toy/figures collection. So anyways, actually, I guess this counts as a toy kind of, but I also, with my suitcase, I also picked this up, Money in the Bank ornament for my Christmas tree that stays up year round. Just doesn't get plugged in until Christmas. But yeah, Money in the Bank ornament. If they bring out a women's one, I'll get that one, definitely. Hopefully they do this year. But by the time I went to get ornaments after Christmas, that one had already gone, so yeah, that's the extension of my, well, I guess I could show my cards too. What am I thinking? So I have a bunch of card collections. So I have the SmackDown Live ones. This is the 2019 collection. I also have the SummerSlam 2019 one. I'm picking up the one next year because it'll have one from the ring part from this year, because this has the ring part from 2018. But I picked this up not long after SummerSlam because, as you guys all know, I was at SummerSlam, so of course I was going to pick it up. And then I got the Heritage one, the 2017 Heritage. And I got the 2016 Heritage. And of course, I got the Women's Division 2017. So, there. That's all of my WWE stuff. So, that is all my WWE stuff. Next time, I'll probably go through all my DVDs, all my wrestling DVDs, which is a much less collection than it once was. I'm still biting myself in the butt for somehow losing track of my SummerSlam 2003 DVD. Because now I would have had 3 of the 2003 DVDs, not just one. But now I have 2. Because I lost my SummerSlam one somehow, which is heartbreaking because Shane McMahon versus Eric Bischoff was probably my favorite match of that DVD for obvious reasons. But and of course, since I knew I was going to show off all my Shane figures, I figured I'd wear my In Shane We Trust shirt. But anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go so I can go put these back on my fridge where they were. Anyways, love y'all, miss y'all, be safe, and we'll get through this. And before you know it, things will be hopefully starting to go back to normal, though I don't think normal is going to exist after this, so. But we're going to get as close to back to normal as we possibly can eventually, so just keep your head up, stay strong, stay safe, and thank you to all essential workers for all you do, regardless of what sector. You guys deserve all the recognition in the world, and I hope that this leads to much needed changes for many of the sectors that are now essential that weren't considered essential before. Love y'all, miss y'all, and have a good one.